In the late 1980s, there was a child chess prodigy by the name of Dennis.
अंदर बगल लगे थे
No. Dennis. Uh,
बस Dennis
Demis Hasabi.
आता परत गेला गेलो
हाँ घेऊन आलो ते. In the In the late 1980s, there was a young chess prodigy by the name of Demis Hassabis. And one day he had gone to play a chess tournament. And back in the day, the chess tournaments used to take very long. And he was sitting while playing the tournament against his opponent, and it took hours for him to come up with like a move. And because he couldn't, he resigned. And then he found out that there was a way to stalemate the game, right? And that is when he got so pissed off that he decided that all this brain power, all the strategies that he has learned in this can be put to better use for greater good. This is the guy who later became known as Sir Dennis Hassabis. He is the founder and CEO of Google DeepMind. There's a really cool documentary regarding him called The Thinking Game, and you can check it out on YouTube. I'll put the link down in the description. But based on that story and based on a lot of other stories that I've seen, I realized that chess is a game of strategy. And it's not even a game, they call it a sport, right? So a lot of things in life and in business can be learned from understanding the strategies of chess. And that is why today we have with us Mr. Vaibhav Deshmukh.
Hello.
Vaibhav is a FIDE approved arbiter. He is also an international chess player, and he is the founder of a chess academy by the name of Chaturanga. Now I'll let Vaibhav talk more about himself, so please go ahead.
Yeah, first of all, thanks Durgesh for having me. And yeah, like you said, I do teach chess with name Chaturanga House. I have my presence in around 9 to 10 countries, and yeah, so it's awesome working with all the young minds. So that's the reason why we have tagline also as engaging the intellects.
So the aim of today's video is to pick Vaibhav's brain and get some insights from him as to what he has learned after years of playing and teaching chess. But before we do that, let's just understand the concept of chess and when it came to be. So Vaibhav will tell us the story of chess now.
Yeah, so there's one very interesting story which I got to know from, I don't even know who it was because I was very young. But the story goes like this. Actually, it is something which fascinated me a lot and made me, pursue this game. At least, for playing in let's say district or state and national level. So the story goes like this. So basically, chess is all about war between two kings, right?
Yeah.
And their army assistant. So long back, when we used to have kings, their huge kingdoms, along with their armies. So at one point in time, when war was going on between the two kings, and the armies were so huge, the war was going on for let's say week or two. And in between, one king who was let's say old, wise, experienced, in his sleep he got a dream that he could just see chaos all over. Right, he must have lost many of his favorite persons, soldiers, and while thinking of this, he got angry on himself that I'm a king, right? After all, I could have stopped all this. But now, what to do? I mean, I've lost many, and many more violent days ahead. So he got one idea in his dream itself that instead of real life soldiers, because even now we cannot just back out from the war, right? So we want a war, but we don't want to lose anyone. So instead of soldiers fighting against each other, having real life violence, why don't we keep some kind of statues or dummies having war against each other, right? With this, there will be a couple of benefits. First, no one will get hurt.
Yeah.
Second, it will be battle of equals because every kingdom is having different size of army. The event, I mean the battleground where it's happening. One would be knowing about it, one would not be. So in that perspective, the battle will start with equals for both the sides,
Hmm.
right? So, and yeah, the one with more brain power will eventually win the game, and he deserves to resolve the problem. So with these ideas, he got like very excited. The next morning, first thing he did is to call opponent's king. Right, he shared this idea, and then obviously the second king also loved this idea because he also must
You also
have
don't want people to die.
right.
God, as in he must have sent someone, and then this happened in India, right? Chaturanga.
Correct. So yes, India is inventor of this game, and there are many stories like this. You know how this game got invented, but the oldest reference globally approved is named as Chaturanga.
Chaturanga.
Okay, which literally means Chatu means four, Ranga means parts.
And it wasn't like this actually. It was like a different kind of game,
Correct.
like 4 quadrants and all, right?
Correct. So we have many updated versions of this game. After Chaturanga, the game got very popular in Persia or Arabic countries, where it got named as Shatranj, and then later on chess.
Hmm.
Many don't know, but chess is literally a full form. Stated as C as. I mean, we Indians do believe that C is for camel, H for horse, E for elephant.
Oh.
And as we have like so many soldiers, we use two S.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's great.
But in European version, they call bishop, that means the chariot, as elephant. Okay, and this guy is castle.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Indians keep it very simple.
Yeah, I have actually 2 questions. So, what happened to Chaturanga? Why don't people play that anymore?
Okay, first of all, that was only accessible for kings, royals, right? And by the way, I forgot to mention that the very first chess board was as big as battleground, right?
Yeah. Literally as big as a battleground.
Yeah, so it could be as big as 4, 5, 6 football grounds added together.
Now, how
That
did you
was
see
our-
like the statues and all that?
Yeah,
How
so
was
kings
it?
used to stand on like very high high place. You know, they used to have like proper management. You know, in order to address what particular move they want to play and so on. So yeah, it got discovered like that. And again, one more thing about the game that we know as a game now, but long back it was just a tool for deciding your war strategies.
Yeah.
Even now you can see movies, for web series and all. You can see, while having a war, nations are actually, setting up a map and some dummies on it, right? Like how much we have as, let's say Air Force, from Navy, how much we are strong compared to opponent. So this kind of tool is nothing but chess. Okay, but yeah, people actually loved it, and then we have it as a sport or a game.
Yeah.
And it's awesome.
Yeah, of course. So now I don't think they use something like this to make like battle strategies and all, right? It must be some other kind of a thing. So you must depict this as like, let's say a soldier, this as like infantry or whatever, and then okay, I will go here, then his person will come here, something like that. And this is just to sharpen the mind sort of thing for the kings.
Correct. Long back, like I said, for war, it was just to actually just to let everyone know that how much we have, what we have to face, and how do we strategize. What are the areas that we should conquer first, and how this thing will go. But in this, we are literally having entire war on this 64 small tiny little squares.
Yeah. In real war though, let's say I have a soldier and you have a soldier, but let's say my soldier is more capable than your soldier, or other way around. Then it's not fair if I kind of capture him and all. Or how do they resolve this in, like, if you think of like a real world example, or is it just a pure battle of wits? Ki, nahin, we'll just assume that all soldiers are.
So, okay, a good question. Because in real life, everyone is having different capacity, right? But that's why I said, this is battle of equals, completely equals. But the rules are same for both the sides. That's what makes luck goes out of the game, right? That's what makes it completely intellectual game. Everyone having same power, you and your opponent's army, and now you're going to have a fight with the equal power to get started.
And I think that then one way they could like do this fairly enough is, let's say I said that my soldier is better than yours, but maybe he's in a bad position. Let's say your soldier is in a better position.
Correct.
So that position wise, then the advantage goes
Correct.
to you. And then what position do you? That's actually the king's. This one lesson that actually now we can get from chess is like it's up to the manager
Correct.
to identify who is capable and then place him forward. Like for example, now I know Kicholo, this can do something. Sorry, this can do something. Then this is more capable for going here. Then what to do? So identifying which person can do what and then moving them ahead so that they get a better position. Because a great talented person can also not do much if they are in a bad position. Something like that.
Absolutely. In real life, that's how we assess, right? Sometimes a person who is not, let's say, at certain position can perform even better than that, right?
Yeah.
So the same way here, in chess, a pawn can perform even better than the rook.
Even better than the queen sometimes, right? If
Yes,
you can capture
absolutely.
Yeah.
He is capable of checkmating opponent's king. That means defeating opponent's king.
Yeah.
He can do that. And there are many things which we literally took inspiration from the war.
Yeah.
Like you cannot make any harm to opponent's king. So basically, you cannot just
That was like
capture
old,
opponent's king.
our old days where
That's-
you couldn't kill the king, only a king could challenge the king.
Correct, correct.
Yeah.
Even while discussing this with my kids, I tell them that there is no killing in chess. We call it as capture.
Capture.
Because it's very royal game. We are going out for a war, but non-violent one, completely intellectual one.
Yeah.
So yeah, with that sense, yes, every piece is having same power. Same power is with which they start, but eventually, according to the position, according to how you drive them, they can prove to be either awesome or
or like maybe get it back.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's up to the person who's playing or the general to determine who can do what. So like this pawn's capacity is different than this pawn's. Actually they have accounted for it. So this pawn can only do this, maybe this to capture, right?
Correct.
This can do this. This can move a certain places. So they actually have capacities. Now the capacities of his knight is same as his. So it's not purely real life. But that's one lesson that you can take. The first lesson I think is identify the potential of your team or the person that you have and then use them accordingly.
Correct.
Yeah.
So every day is war, right?
As this one, yeah.
That's what we represent by chess.
Yeah. So since this video is about understanding the practical applications of the strategies that you learn in chess into business or into real life, what we are going to do is we are going to ask Vaibhav to give us a demo of a practical demo of how this can be done. So Vaibhav, how are we doing this?
Sure. For that, I'll just demonstrate a game which have happened in 1858, long back, by Paul Morphy, one of the greatest that game I've seen. And there's a fun story behind it. So it goes like Paul Morphy wanted to attend opera.
This was a famous chess player, right?
Yes. And so he visited the show, and the Duke Carl and Isouard, two of the royals, asked him to play a game against them. Okay, against them, yeah. So he couldn't deny because he was not in mood to offend them. But again, he wanted to attend the show also without any disturbance. So he agreed for playing, but he said that I'll just face towards the show. I'll watch it. You guys just tell me the moves that you're going to play. So in a way, you can call it as blindfold.
Like how Magnus Carlsen does it.
Correct. Magnus Carlsen and many more top level players can play entire game with not one but multiple players without looking at the
So
board.
Murphy was going to do that with these guys.
Yeah. So these two guys set up the board just behind him, and they were
Started.
verbally telling him what they're playing, and so the game goes.
So tell me what is the
Let's
I'm white. Who am I?
You're Paul Morphy.
Okay, I'm Paul Murphy. Good, nice.
Yeah.
So what is the first move?
White goes e4.
E4. So that is this. Okay. Cool.
Black goes e5.
That is your okay.
Yeah. Black goes e5. White takes out the knight to f3.
Okay.
Then black plays pawn d6, and white goes for pawn d4.
Pawn d4.
Yeah.
Okay. So this.
Okay, so this is the very basic principle which says that control the center, because center is something from where you can have view of entire board. You can switch your attack, let's say right side,
Right side,
left
left
side,
side.
we call it as king side and queen side.
So your position, create the position in the first 2-3 things quickly.
Correct.
Yeah.
Just like our real life,
Mhm.
that there are some fields, there are some areas, there are some what we can say milestones everyone want to achieve as much as possible. Sometimes you want to command certain things before your opponent does.
So you have to
Before
go, yeah.
yeah, before your, let's say, competition does. So this is the tempting area.
So this guy went and took command of these two things. So now I'm guessing he's gonna.
Correct.
Yeah.
So
what does he do?
yeah, so black actually wins the knight. So
Okay.
knight really cannot move
Cannot
away,
move away.
otherwise the big queen will fall.
Yeah.
So white captures this guy.
Okay. Yeah.
And black captures the knight first.
Okay.
Which is
So
fine.
he sacrificed the knight.
Not really. He is going to take it back.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just have to
yeah.
see the game.
So
So yes, queen gets it
queen
back.
gets the bishop. Yeah.
Okay. Generally, queen should not go out early. Your important ones
Most important.
should not be exposed to your competition, right?
Yeah.
As the same business. But maybe that's why black did it in a very simple way. But yeah.
But there's a smart move here. What's the point of having like a really good, powerful thing if you are not going to use them also, right? Like that is what Morphy would have thought, I'm assuming. It's not necessarily what you guys do now.
Yeah, that's one way to say. But on the other side, it is a target for your opponent now, right?
Yeah.
It
now
can
you
be
become a
attacked by opponents, smaller ones.
Hmm.
So you really don't want to
You want
lose
to
your
have
big,
your
big
MVP.
powerful piece to opponents. Let's say tiny, in comparison, invaluable pieces, right?
So Murphy took this risk and he just took out the queen.
Yeah,
So
I mean
that's
it's just a start.
just a start, yeah.
Yeah. So black captured back, then white develops the bishop. Okay, and set up the checkmate if you observe.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, black obviously defended it because these players were decent.
They were the dukes, na? Yeah.
So yeah, they must be good off the board.
Off
They
the
must be
board.
good with
Good at
off-board
strategy, yeah,
chess. Yeah. So queen b3. Now queen is stopping from
Stopping
bishop,
from bishop.
from bishop to capture this.
Yeah.
Okay. And he developed one more piece again. So Morphy is following very simple principle, which is to develop as much as possible before you really commit to a attack.
Yeah.
Right. So you don't want. Okay, there's one fun incident happened in chess commentary also. They call it as premature attaculation.
Premature attaculation.
Yeah, you can watch it.
Yeah.
There's one fun interview by Tanya Sachdev.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, she said it.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I mean, no. Fabiano Caruana, who is
Okay.
top grandmaster from US. I mean, it was a fun.
Of course, yeah.
fun discussion. So yeah, Morphy didn't want to commit any attack where he don't have enough resources, set up for one particular side. So develop as much as possible.
But he was giving like checks and all while doing it still. Like
Yeah.
he wins the opponent and then develops his thing. So that's
Again, we say one more thing for that reference. We have one more thing which says sometimes threat is better than execution.
Yeah.
Because threat is keeping opponent completely distracted with that thing. Sometimes execution means you are going for, let's say, a commitment or a complete attack. Where you are going to have trade-off pieces and something like that. But with threat, it's always keep your opponent distracted, right?
So it's a psychological game.
So creating multiple threats, one threat after another, till opponent falls for one of them.
And I think here one thing more than just a psychological threat from, at least correct me if I'm wrong, what he is doing is he's by giving constant checks, he's just going at it. He's not, his target is, so I want to win and I want to watch my show. So let me just checkmate these guys quickly.
Yeah. I mean, it's still early. It's still early for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so basic development and black kept the pawn. So he must be stopping these bishops and knights.
Yeah.
Now white pins the knight.
Hmm.
Okay, the same thing which
Hmm.
black did to white earlier.
Hmm.
Then, okay, then this
Okay.
guy's attacked white's bishop.
Yeah.
And now the real fun starts.
Hmm.
Okay, so far I told you,
Hmm.
like, develop pieces.
Pieces.
In real life, we can call it as assign your resources,
Assign your resources.
before you commit to a thing,
Hmm.
right? So yeah, now Morphy had this situation under his control.
Hmm.
He thought, yes, I have enough resources
Hmm.
to commit for a full attack.
Yeah.
So then he did the famous tactic of chess, that is sacrifice.
Sacrifice.
Okay,
Yeah.
he took a pawn
Hmm.
even after knowing that he's going to lose the knight.
Knight.
He lost it, obviously.
Hmm.
Then bishop captured.
Hmm.
So if you observe, white have lost knight for 2 pawns,
Hmm.
and general knight bishop are as good as or as powerful as 3 pawns.
Hmm.
Okay, so yeah, you can check with the point system of pieces.
Yeah.
So yeah, knight blocked it,
Hmm.
white castled and introduced one more
One
piece to
more
attack.
piece. Yeah.
Right, now you can observe there are 4 pieces
Hmm.
completely eyeing on the king side,
Hmm.
and black king is still
Hmm.
in the center of the board,
Hmm.
completely helpless.
Yeah.
He's surrounded by his own pieces,
Hmm.
but again, sometimes you got blocked by your own, right?
Sometimes you get blocked by your own pieces. Yeah.
So yeah, you don't have enough room to breathe,
Hmm.
and let's see what
Now
happens
his king
next.
is trapped.
Yeah,
By his
had
own
to-
team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
black had to call another defender,
Blocking him furthermore.
correct,
Yeah.
and then again giving up the rook for
No.
knight.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got back the knight, but
His rook is going to go.
Mhm.
Hmm.
and then you can see a wonderful checkmate
Yeah.
on the board, in couple of moves next.
Hmm.
Again, the last resource, right, the last valuable resource
Yeah.
got into the fight, and queen moved, so that, let's say, now black is just thinking of trading pieces, because once the pieces are out of the board, I mean, once the pieces are reduced, white will have a tough time, because white is having one less rook, right?
Hmm.
So yeah, black is just that sense exchanging, but we forgot about his opponent,
His opponent,
his
yeah.
wall Morphy.
Yeah.
Best of that
The
time.
best of the time. You can call him that time Carlson. So Carlson is in a different league only.
Yeah. I mean, it's different era, right? So
Yeah,
it's I mean, it'll be better if masters have this debate.
This debate, yeah. Okay, fine.
So
So, knight, okay.
And then queen gives the check.
Okay.
Again, you can observe a second sacrifice.
Yes.
Queen
He
is just
sacrificed the
hanging
queen.
there, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So he sacrificed the most important piece.
Yeah, so you can observe white gave up knight, then rook, now the third piece queen. So 3 sacrifices.
He's only left with the rook now
rook
and
and
pawns.
the bishop. Rook and the
bishop
bishop.
and pawns, and while this guy has
That's sufficient for checkmating the king.
yeah.
With the help of bishop, rook have checkmated. So
Yeah.
again, sacrifices.
In 17 moves he did it, na?
Yeah. So again, sacrifices is something which is very
Yeah.
helpful tactic in the real life, because it's something which is again very difficult also
Yeah.
for a let's say for a business person to let go any employee or any any teammate, but you have to sacrifice in order to survive, or in order to get yourself out of a situation. So yeah, this is one of the best game.
Yeah, it's lovely. And there's many things that, so one thing that I saw is sacrifice is there only, but this guy, he knew what he wants. His goal, I think that is one of the difference that I've seen when we also play sometimes.
Right.
Your focus is on checkmate. Your focus is on not ki I need to save these many pieces. These guys did the same thing. I want to save everything. I want to make sure that my bishop is also there, this is also there. So they want to progress while having like a certain thing to go for the goal. But pros, they realize ki chalo, my goal is not to save every piece or everything. It's a game. I just want to go and capture the king. I'm going to go capture the king, and that's why this guy did it with like two main pieces left. Well, he has a rook, a queen, a knight, a bishop.
Almost more than half of
More than half of it. It also tells us that just preserving your resources is pointless if you don't know how to use them.
Correct.
This guy was a pro, so he knew how to use the resources, knew what to do, kept attacking, and then got what they wanted.
Correct.
And that's also where you should know what the goal is also.
Correct.
Like in business, sometimes people, like at least from what I've seen, you should know what the goal is. Is the goal to make money? Is the goal to make name? Is the goal to solve a certain problem?
Correct.
What is your goal? Now focus on that goal and don't, I think, go with the thought process ki I want everything to happen in a certain way like these guys are doing it.
Correct.
I want to protect this piece also, this piece also, this piece also. If your goal is to, let's say, make money, I want to make money, okay, this, be agile is what I would say.
Correct.
Really fun and cool game this was. Any other thing that you want to add that you can say what more we can learn from this?
Yeah, as there's a one fun quote. We talk always that in order to achieve something, you have to be detached, right?
Yeah.
With the process.
Yeah.
You have to be attached to the process and detached
Detached
from
from the process.
outcome or whatever that you're going to suffer in that process. So yeah, and the same way I train some let's say sports persons. Like long back I used to train a person who was badminton player, state badminton player, and someone told him that chess will help you get better at the game. Yeah, so he was having no interest in chess, nothing at all. He didn't even know how to make a with any piece. So but yeah, when I trained him, he could also see himself with improvement in, let's say, split second decisions, how to understand your opponent, how to assess the strengths and scope to improve from your side, from opponent's side. And yeah, so this is where you want to this is where you really want to improve yourself, right? In master level, it's because everyone knows the theory.
Yeah.
Everyone knows what are the do's and don'ts, the basic things. So these are the small points where you
and this is actually pretty much what they call karma yoga also. Na ki you want this is I want this. Okay, now I want this done. Now do whatever it takes to get it.
Correct.
And don't be afraid while doing it, because what happens is when they say detachment, this is what I think it means. Ki if I'm too attached, ki I just really need this somehow, then that will also create fear.
Correct.
What if I don't get it? If you're afraid of it, that's the problem. You want it now. Chalo, now what do I need to do to get this? Just do it. And there is always a chance that you will lose.
Correct.
But then if you just don't do it only, you have 100% loss.
Correct.
So doing the thing and pursuing it or playing or like doing it with focus with a detached manner at least gives you more than, like, it doubles your chances. If you don't do it, it's 0. If you do it 50% or whatever, double or whatever it is. So yeah, detachment is also, and I've seen like a lot of players, it must be crazy, like Carlsen versus Gukesh, that happened, that table banging thing happened.
Oh my god!
Correct.
The kind of pressure, and Gukesh was just sitting normally. I mean, he did kind of like aggressively shook his hand later on.
Correct.
Yeah.
No, and it's very tough thing to do. I mean, when you're involved in involved in a process which takes maybe 70-80% of your entire life.
They start at like 4 and 5 years now. You are teaching like very young kids.
Right. So when they are completely submitting themselves 70% or 80% of their lifetime, so they will be attached in this. But the training is where it makes them get better to resolve these problems. So yeah, I mean, just really showcases all these aspects of real life.
Yeah.
Call it as parents having this view towards the kid, whether my kid should pursue or not, or let's say are we wasting any time. There are many more things like that. Like also for businessmen, we take campaigns, small campaigns, to be able to engage them with this awesome game, and to be able to get some valuable inputs out of this. So again, the same thing we tell them, that how can they traverse through the situations and how to train your brain naturally towards assessing such things.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That could be damn useful. So yeah, that's it. Thanks Vaibhav so much for sharing this game with us today. And if you guys liked this content, then let us know, and we can do more such game analysis later in the future. Vaibhav also does these kind of classes and seminars for businessmen and like your team. So if you're interested in that, just click on the link below. I've added his the links to his Instagram and YouTube and Facebook and whatever website and everything down. You can contact him on the website. If you want to do any tournaments or host any chess tournaments, then also you can contact him. And if you want to learn chess just for normally, or your kids want to learn chess, you can still click on the same link. So thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye.